Hello everyone. In our last video, we saw how to use the conditional programming construct. In this video, we will talk about a few tips related to sensor programming using those conditional programming blocks. In sensor programming, what we are doing is we are reading the situation around us. It might be temperature, it might be light conditions, it might be, obstacles, it might be even the gas. We're sending that information to the Arduino microprocessor. And Arduino or our CurioFire board is supposed to take the decisions based on the values we receive. Now, what decisions we take? Maybe if there is an obstacle, let's turn here. If there is a darkness, switch on the lights. Or if the temperature increases, start the fan. So that kind of actions we are supposed to take based on the conditions. And for those conditions, we have certain thresholds, predetermined thresholds. We check our values with those predetermined thresholds and we take decisions. I'll give you a way of sensor programming. That way is applicable to all the sensor programs. So if you follow these 4 steps, you will be able to write any sensor program. So what are those steps? The first and foremost is we need to read the sensor value. If we have, let's say, analog sensor, we read the analog sensor value. If we have digital sensor, we read digital sensor value. This value I can directly compare, but I would advise you can store that in a variable. Why? You may need this value at later points, maybe to compare something else. So it is advisable to create a variable and store this value. So I'll create a variable, let's say sensor value, and I store this value in this variable. So we have read the value and we have stored the value. I can, if it's a digital pin, I can read the digital pin and I can store the value. So we have done read, we have done store. Now we need to compare the value with the predetermined threshold. And for comparison, we'll use either of these, if then or if else, any of these blocks. So let's use if then else block. So inside if then else, I'm going to compare it. And for comparison, we use compare blocks. So this being integer value, I'm using the numerical comparison block. So if the sensor value is less than, let's say, 512, so it's an analog value. So we know when we read analog value, the values range from 0 to 1023 and 512 is the midpoint. So if that is my threshold, if the sensor value is less than that, let's say I want to take my vehicle forward. If it is not, then I want to stop the vehicle. So if you see what is important when we are doing sensor programming, we need to read the value. We need to store the value. We need to compare our value with the predetermined threshold and we need to take action. So we have these 4 important steps we should take when we are doing a sensor programming or we are doing any input device programming. What are these steps? Read, store, compare, act. I'll repeat that. Read, store, compare, act, or RSCA. You perform these 4 actions and you will be able to write program for any sensor. I hope you understand how to do sensor programming. In our next video, we are going to write a sensor program using these 4 steps, RSCA, or read, store, compare, act. And when we are doing storage, we need a variable. So we need to understand for doing storage, we need a variable.